dude, what the heck? Like, I don't know what happened. Hey friends, it's Dia. So I don't have my mic today on me, but that's okay because we're just talking about fitness, life, and love. So I am officially on spring break. Excuse my armpitals, but yeah, I'm officially on spring break. This week was really good tracking wise. So I'm gonna bring out the iPad. I feel like the iPad is now a main character in this YouTube series of let's find out what Dia is doing that's working in her life. So hold on. So, as you all can see, this is my office area. Well, it's not mine alone. It's me and my mans. Okay, so let's start with the presentation. Did I track this week? Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I did track this week. Hold on, let me make sure it looks good. Okay, did I track this week? Yes, I did. So let's start with Monday. So on Monday the 24th, I did protein. So for protein, my goal is to do 25 grams per meal, which ideally gets me to 75 a day. And that's literally not even a quarter of what, I mean, it's probably actually about a quarter of what I should be technically having, which should be about like I think I should have about like 175-ish a day, but I'm not trying to overdo protein. I want everything that I do in my weight loss journey and this journey for me to health I want it to be real. So Monday, 324 protein is I have breakfast and dinner for protein. And then for dinner, I only did, for the halving of my foods, I only halved my food at dinner. This week for breakfast, I pretty much had an egg, a sardine, and toast almost every day. And then some days I had like a protein. I got like a protein matcha from Starbucks. I did not like it. The matcha at Starbucks, I'm not a fan of the taste. I think if I'm going to do a protein coffee, I'd rather just make my own with the Premier protein and then just make my own coffee. I think I need to figure out how to cold brew my own coffee because for whatever reason, the Starbucks cold brew just isn't hitting like it used to. And I'm not digging it. So I need to figure out my own version of like the cold brew that I would want. So that is what Monday was. Tuesday, I did track for protein, breakfast and lunch. I had 25 grams each. Again, I'm eating sardines often. So I'm trying to not only increase the amount of protein I have per meal, but really shifting my perception on what does food need to look like for me. I think a lot of people will do like breakfasts that are more Mediterranean or more savory. Savory is what I'm looking for, but Mediterranean is the first savory breakfast I can think of. Egg, shakshuka, anything that's very dinner time foods, but putting that in the morning so that I have a heavy protein start to the day. So for breakfast and lunch, I did have protein. This week I'm trying to think of what I did this week for lunch because I tracked it, but I didn't write down the foods. I just told myself like, okay, I know that I did that. I did do my Jamaican patties sometimes, not as much this week because I actually ended up doing like a lot of just like veggies this week. I was doing heavy vegetables. So that was Tuesday. All right, let's go to Wednesday. So for Wednesday, I did track as well, as you can see there. I had protein for breakfast and for lunch. And then I have pretty much all my meals all day long. And I was really proud of that because I originally was having a really easy time having my foods, but lately I've been struggling and I'm not sure why. I feel like I'm just hungrier. I've also been walking more, dancing more. I've been going to the beach and dancing every day. You know, I live by the beach and I don't go often, which sounds crazy, but you know, sometimes after work, you're just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. And that applies even when you live a 5-minute walk from the beach. Isn't that crazy? So I have been making it a point in my life to not look at exercise as this showing up in the gym thing, but like actively doing things that make me laugh and giggle and make me want to move my body in a silly way. And dancing is just that for me. So I walk to the beach and I dance, and then sometimes I do a little walking after or stretching after. I've been doing more yoga and Pilates in the backyard. I'm really getting back into my backyard workout fitness game. I want to just start being outside. And also the weather in San Francisco has been absolutely lovely lately. I don't know what it is. This time of year is amazing. It's been hot. Like today it's like 70 degrees, and it's 70. I say 70 because it feels like 90 when you live in San Francisco, but it's 70 degrees and it feels like I live in Florida. And I'm like, yes, this is the life that I wanted for myself. Okay. Let's see, next Thursday. So for Thursday, protein, dinner and breakfast, I had protein. Did I have my foods? No. I remember Thursday was a stressful day. It was the last day of school, and I had a lot of things come up for me, and I did not have any of my meals. I ate all my food that day, and I probably overate. Honestly, I probably overate. I also know that yeah, so I had a last day of school shot, woo, with the homies. And then Friday was yesterday, or sorry, that was 2 days ago. I did lunch and dinner, and I also, for protein, and then I had my breakfast and I had my dinner. And that was mostly because I was home on Friday. So even though we're going into spring break this next following week, Friday, we didn't have the school. We didn't have a school day. So it was so nice to just be able to like wake up at 9 a.m. and like go for a walk and go dance at the beach. Like, it's so funny when you live a life that gives you flexibility, how much differently you show up. And I think I'm at a point in my life, I'm 31, turning 32 this year, woo woo. And I feel so ready to give myself flexibility to just show up the way that I want to show up. I think I've always been afraid to show up for myself and allow myself to step into something creative and successful. And for the first time, I'm doing it. And it feels really uncomfortable, you guys. Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm not good enough. I can't do these things. I can't show up on the internet. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I'm like, why do I want to listen to that version of my mind when it's keeping me in a space that I don't like? I want to be able to make videos and make things online and have that build a life for me that I can sustain and that I can have more flexibility. I mean, I love teaching. It's such a great job, but there is a level of just, to it. That's really hard. And if I could have a second income that would give me more flexibility so I wouldn't have to commit full-time to teaching, I would love that. But I still would want to be involved in education because I love teaching. It's so fun. Outside of that, I just went on a little bit of a tangent. Let's do Saturday. So Saturday, the goal is to eat later and then finish eating early. I did not finish eating early because we had a movie night. So we were eating popcorn and candies and sugars and all the bad things last night. And we went to bed late. And then for Saturday, I did not start eating at 12. I don't think I started eating at around 11:30 yesterday, or 11, because I remember I'm really obsessed with these mini pancakes, and I just put like a tablespoon of peanut butter on it and like I eat it, and it's so filling. Like, peanut butter has a lot of fat, but I actually don't mind because, again, my goal here isn't to like food shame myself into eating specific foods. It's to really identify, are these foods benefiting me, and are they satiating me, and are they things that I'm drawn to? So currently, I've been drawn to peanut butter and 5 pieces of mini pancake. They're like this big. 11 of them is 230 calories, so I just eat half. So that's what I'm telling you. For breakfast, I've been having my shit. Like, I eat half of it. So it's like 5 pieces, which is about 160, and then you get a tablespoon of peanut butter, which is like 120. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, my video cut off. I was talking for like 15 minutes and it cut off at the 7-minute mark. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like, I don't know what happened. All right, I will bring you guys back up to my speed, but I literally was just talking right now and I was like, wow, this is such a good video. I'm like kind of annoyed. Like, what the heck? Oh, man. Okay. Well, you know what's funny is, okay, so in the part that you guys missed, let me sum up what I was just talking about. So the peanut butter breakfast thing, yes, that was a huge piece of knowing how to calculate your calories and knowing what half of a portion is, and I should say half of a serving. And then like, okay, if this is one portion, I can eat half of this. That's half of a serving. That's eating half of this meal. Now, Saturday, I ate at 11. Saturday, we also had a movie night, so I did not finish my stuff. Let me do this. I actually think what happened is I might have just touched the watch on accident. And so by touching the watch, I think it just like, sometimes I bump it and like the little button on the side just like touches or whatever. All right, Sunday, today is obviously today, 11 a.m. And then I did not, 8 p.m. I'm gonna not eat late because, yeah. Anyways, I was talking about this thing that I'm currently doing. And so currently what I'm doing right now is I am in the process of doing a decluttering piece of my life. I'm like still kind of annoyed, but essentially what I was saying was, I would say the main message that I was trying to convey was, in life, it is really hard to let go of old habits that you had in survival mode because they gave you such great comfort. So right now in my fridge, I don't have a lot of food in there. And it's so freaking uncomfortable. Like, I don't know why not having a lot of food in my fridge makes me uncomfortable, but it does. And that's like such a weird thing to be weird about, but I am weird about it. Another thing is, I could tell you when I first moved into this apartment, like I had hella stuff under my bed and I didn't need it. I didn't need all that stuff that was under the bed. But why did I have it there? Just because it felt like it needed to be there. Sorry, now I'm like paranoid. I'm going to keep looking down because I can't believe I recorded that whole video and nothing was recording. Like, oh, okay. Let it go, let it go. It's in the past, you can't control it. Now you can just do better and I can make a more succinct message. So honestly, you guys get the benefit of it, of this being messed up, because I was just blabbing before. Anyways, so I've been decluttering my life and I've been really reevaluating the habits that I used to consider essential, or the items in my life that I felt were necessary. I don't need 5 USB-C cables that charge. I don't need 5 lightning cables. I don't need 5, the weird old-timey ones that your Kindle uses, although I'm sure now the new Kindle uses USB-C. But point is that there's been a lot of things in my life that I've had and I've kept onto because they felt like, oh, one day I'll need this, one day just in case. And I feel very similarly with food. With food, it's like, okay, if I don't have, I don't really have a lot of snacks in my house right now and I'm itching. I have had the urge to go buy snacks probably like 5 times today. I'm like, oh, I need to go buy this. Oh, I need to go buy this. And each time I've been like, no, Dia, you don't need to do that. Like right now, I feel there's like saliva in the mouth of where I'm at because I want to snack on something. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's a really bad habit. And I've Pavloved myself into being like, if I'm doing something, I eat. If I'm doing something, I eat. If I'm bored, I eat. If I'm watching, I have habitized myself, not even nightified myself, like habitized myself to react to any emotion with food. And like, that's not good. So I'm working on that. I'm actively pushing against these urges. Better not turn off, buddy. I don't know why creating healthy habits seems to be such a painful process. Never has worked for me before. So this time I'm turning inward and I'm doing things that matter to me and I'm putting money towards what I need. And I'm going to have an empty fridge because I want to put money towards other things in my life that are going to give me better things and more experiences and allow me the flexibility in my life to do things that I want to do in the ways that I want to do it. I want to have more control. Food is the one thing that you do have control over in your life. And you know what I think it is in the same way that some people control food because it's the one place where they have control. I think it's because of that place, because I've always felt so out of control in all other places in my life, where I felt like with money, I had to be very little. I had to move very small. The reason I like food so much is because I can have however much I want to be. I can be as rich as I want. I can be as fat as I want. Like, I can eat whatever. In life, I want my art. I want my space. I want my energy, my girls' trips, all those things. I want those areas to be where I can live and just do whatever I want. The reason food is such a hard habit for me to minimize is because I already feel so minimized in a lot of other areas. I can maximize the amount of food I intake, but then in turn what it does is it minimizes the amount that I can participate in my life in other ways that I want to. So that's kind of a crazy realization. I just want to get breakfast. No. I want lunch and dinner mailed to me 6 days, Monday through Saturday. So I love cooking. This is not to say that I don't love cooking, but I want something that's ready-made. and just easy for me to maintain. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pop that in. I know that it's healthy. I know that it fits within my macros, and I'm good to go. So yeah, that's my goal right now. Like, I want weight to no longer be an issue. I just want to get rid of the weight. If I lost 25, or I should say not if, when I lose the weight that I want to lose by the end of this year, I'll be good to go. I want to do these meals for the rest of the year. I don't want to think about food in any capacity that is outside of the place that it serves in my life right now, which is as a way to fuel myself. Maybe small parts of it can be a happy thing, but it doesn't need to be the main thing. And I think for a really long time, my life was very unhappy. I was very unhappy with my life because I did not feel as though I had control over what I wanted, and I did not feel like I could implement the things that I needed, which is weird because if you know my life, I've done amazing things, but I think there was like this deep down seated fear that I wasn't good enough to deserve certain things or whatever. And so I am definitely getting to a place now where I feel very loved and I feel very whole, and I'm healing something inside myself by letting go of things that don't serve me, habits that don't serve me, decluttering food from my life, decluttering items from my life. I'm letting go of the energies that formed me and made me fearful, and I'm reshaping those energies into things that really make sense for me and serve me moving forward. But that's not how it works. How it works is you do what you can in the present and you trust that God has the next step for you ready. And I never really trusted God because I never truly trusted myself. And I'm finally feeling what it feels like to build self-trust. And it's being okay that you feel like crud, that your fridge is empty. And it's okay feeling crazy when you're decluttering and you still have stuff in your house and you're like, why is this still here? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't, that's okay. Maybe you can leave a comment and tell me why. Any way that you can engage with my content gives me more hope that what I'm doing is where I should be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, bye guys. Now I can look down.